Hey everybody, it's Kelly with Inky Hands Warm Hearts. How are you guys today? I'm bringing you a really fun card today. This is a fun fold, and it's like a vertical freestanding, I think is what it's called. I saw it by a fellow demonstrator, and I just thought it was the coolest. See how it stands so neat? It's kind of like a gatefold card with a large front panel that covers the whole front of your card. And the gatefold is small in the middle, see? So then you have all these extra pieces. So I'm going to show you how to make it. It's really awesome. This is my last project this week with the Snowman Magic stamp set. I have just fallen in love with this cute little bundle, and I hope that you will too. The links are in the description below if you'd like to purchase it from me. I would be very grateful. I've added the words from Brightest Glow because I just thought that this Happy Holidays went perfect with the stamp set, and I really wanted it to say to you and yours this Christmas since I had the two snowmen on the front. So I went ahead and went with the Brightest Glow for the words, but this is a very versatile Christmas word stamp set. If you don't own it, it's a great thing to put into your arsenal. You can use it over and over every Christmas. For some of the layers, I chose to do some embossing, and I used the embossing folder, this snowflake one from Wintry 3D. There's two in this pack, and I used the snowflake one. And then, of course, you guys know how much I love the stylish shapes, and I used the largest stylish shape for my square here on the front. All right, so let's go ahead and get started, and we will learn how to make this super cool, this is the inside card with Snowman Magic. So we are going to start with a bunch of layers, and of course, none other than my friend, my Simply Scoreboard. You guys know I use this anytime I do a fun fold card, anytime I have to score anything. This is my go-to. I think I've gotten my money's worth on this board and my trimmer more than any other tool. Well, maybe my take your pick tool. Because I use the heck out of them. Okay, so you're gonna have a lot of pieces. Okay, so let's work on it together. So you're gonna have your base piece, and your base piece is 5.5 by 8. So let me make sure that mine is 8, because I think it's 8.5. Yeah, I need to cut a 1/2 inch off of here. So for a second, I thought, did I do that? Of course I didn't. So let's make it 8 inches. So I'm gonna cut a 1/2 inch off this edge. Sorry, I'm pretty sure I'm not in camera, but I'm just cutting a 1/2 inch off. Here's the 1/2 inch piece. Okay, because it needs to be 5.5 by 8. Now it is 5.5 by 8. Real life crafting, guys, real life crafting. Okay, so 5.5 by 8, we're gonna score down this 8-inch length. So we're gonna score at 1.5 inches, at 2 3/4 of an inch, at 5 1/4, and at 6 1/2. Okay, let's say that again. On down the 8-inch side, and this is a 5.5 by 8, 1.5, 2 3/4, 5 1/4, and 6 1/2. Okay, that's all the scoring that you're gonna need. Now this is the piece that does the really cool folding part, okay? So this is gonna be the middle, and it's gonna come in here. Let's use our bone folder. The most important thing is that your edges are straight, so you wanna make sure that this is straight when you do your folding. Let's do this one on this side, same way. Make sure that this edge is straight along the bottom. And we're gonna score that. And then these pieces are gonna come back. So they're gonna be here, and then they're gonna fold back. And again, you wanna make sure that the edge at the bottom is straight. And we're gonna do that one more time. And then here's this edge at the bottom. And there is your gatefold in the middle. See how I told you that it's kind of a gatefold in the middle and it pulls out like this. So this is the piece that you just scored, okay? Now you're gonna have a backer piece, and it's 5.5 by 4.25. Just a standard quarter sheet of cardstock. So that backer piece is gonna go here, okay? And then we're going to add some really cute pattern paper onto these pieces. So let's start with our pattern paper. And then instead of pattern paper, I decided to use on the inside pieces this really cool wintry 3D embossed folder. So that's going to be that. Okay, so let's go over the inside or the backer piece DSP. So let's get this part out, and here's our backer piece, okay? And so these pieces are 3.25 by 5, not 3.25. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe I just said that. Let's start again. Rewind. Let's start with our backer piece. And these pieces of designer series paper are 3/4 inch by 5.25. So 3/4 inch by 5.25, and they are going to get adhered right here to the sides, and you want to make sure that the 3 sides have the same amount of border, okay? And I will show you what I mean. Let's go ahead and pull these here. And this is from the Celebrate Everything Host paper pack. I just loved the pink and the red together. I use Sweet Sorbet for the red and Polish Pink for the pink. All right, so we're gonna add adhesive to the back. Okay, and we're gonna attach these onto our backer piece that is 5.5 by 4.25. So it's just a standard quarter sheet of cardstock. So we're gonna go ahead and add this piece here, just like that. And then this piece here, I'm turning it sideways so I can see it really well. Okay, and see how I want this edge, and this edge to be about the same white showing on all the sides. So that is that piece, okay? Now, this piece is gonna get attached right into that spot that's left in between that opening. So I'm gonna put adhesive on this back panel of our scored piece that was 5.5 by 8. And this is the big section, and we're gonna glue that in between onto that backer panel, okay? So I'm putting my adhesive there onto that section. And I'm holding these kind of like as a flap to help me. I'm gonna put my mat underneath just in case any glue oozes. And I want that to fit. It's gonna go from the top to the bottom. There's not gonna be any separation, you know, no gap at the top or bottom. It lines up with my cardstock. And it's really important that your bottom edge of your paper is even, because if it's not, it will not stand up. So even if it sticks out a little bit at the top, you definitely want your bottom to be even, and ours is. So there is how I glued it into place. Okay, so now we're gonna open. And on these inside panel pieces, we're going to add this, which is 1 inch by 5.25. And so we're gonna glue these, one right there and one right there. But first, let's go ahead and stamp our sentiment on the inside. And it is from the Brightest Glow, and it says, "To you and yours this Christmas." I'm gonna ink that up, and I want that to go right in that center section right there. All right, so there that is. We're gonna clean that. I wanted to get that stamped before I glued everything into place. So remember to stamp yours as well with whatever you're going to put inside. And then we're going to go ahead and add adhesive onto the backs of those two pieces that were embossed. You could use another color of designer series paper. I just wanted to add some texture, which is why I chose to use an embossing folder. But it's up to you, your card, your design. I mean, you don't even have to use this stamp set if you don't want to. Any stamp set, right? This works for lots of things. Okay, I'm gonna move these two pieces out of the way. So we're gonna put this one in first. And you can see it has a little border all the way around. So just make sure that that's even in between your score marks. And then here's our second piece. And again, this piece was 1 inch by 5 1/4. So that goes there, okay? So you need 2 of those. And then this piece is 1 1/4 by 5 1/4, and it's only gonna go on this panel because on this one, we're gonna attach this main large piece that's gonna hold our snowman. So this is where that's gonna get glued. So you only need adhesive on this side and a piece of DSP for the right side panel. And so this piece is, like I said, 1 1/4 by 5 1/4. And make sure that if your pattern is directional, that it matches. So I want all my little arrows to be pointing up because that's what I did here. All right, so there is that panel, okay? Looking good so far, guys? Looking good. Make sure I get that adhesive off of there. I don't want it to tear my DSP. You always have to double check that no adhesive has seeped. You don't want any residual pieces tearing anything, right? So I like to use my eraser to make sure that everything is a-okay. All right, so now comes the front panel, okay? So this is where we're at so far. So now we're gonna do the front panel, and like I said, it's gonna get glued to this side. So your front panel is 3 1/2 by 5 1/2, and it overhangs this section. So you see how it's a little bit over on either side. So it's 3 1/2 by 5 1/2, and that's gonna get attached right here. But I'm gonna go ahead and assemble everything and then attach it. So this piece of basic white is 3 1/2 by 5 1/2. And so I decided to put my matte, and since I had used the polished pink with the Whimsy, I used the Sweet Sorbet with the Whimsy for my main panel. So let's go ahead and attach that. And this piece here is 3 1/4 by 5 1/4. And then I ran it through my embossing folder and got that beautiful pattern on it. I really love those Whimsy folders. I think they're amazing. I love the pine boughs and the snowflake. I've used them both. All right, so we are adding that. So there is that panel, okay? And if you wanted to have an extra mat, for instance, you could put another panel over the top if you wanted, but it's up to you, however you want to make yours. Now, let's do our little scene on the front, okay? Actually, let's go ahead and attach this now, and then we'll do our little scene. So the scene is going to be popped up off of there, so we don't really need that. So let's go ahead and put adhesive just on this panel. This one right here. Before I do that, let me just see if I can get that to lay a little flatter for me. There we go. All right, so we're gonna add adhesive just to this panel. All right, and when we lay our card there, we wanna make sure that nothing sticks where it doesn't belong. So I'm gonna kind of hold that down as best I can. And again, you want the bottom to be the part that's lined up so that your card lines up. So you're going to line up along your bottom, and then you're going to press into place. I'm just going to hold it for a second. All right, and then there is our piece. This is what it looks like when it's opened. Okay, so let's just set this to the side for right now. Let's work on our scene. So we're gonna have a lot of parts and pieces. So I cut with the same Celebrate Everything Designer Series paper. This really cute snow pattern. The back has some black. And we're gonna add our 2 snowmen. So I already stamped those and die cut those out. We have a tree. We have some little snowman arms going in both directions. Let's see. We have 3 pink snowflakes. We have a scarf for our snowman with the top hat. And then we have a hat for the other, pink hat for the other snowman. So I am going to go ahead and give one of these little snowmen pearls. So let me grab my little stamp. Gotta find it. There it is. That's the pearls. I also want to give a cute little heart. Gotta find that. Their faces are done already. So I have this cute little heart here. I want to put that on that same snowman. And the other snowman is going to get these little buttons. So let's go ahead and start with the snowman with the pearls. So we're going to put that around the neck here. There's the pearls. Oh my gosh, so cute. We've got to clean the stamp. Cleaning it off camera, guys, because I don't want to pick up these little guys by putting my piece in the way. And then let's add the cute little heart. So let's grab our Sweet Sorbet. That was polished pink for the pearls. And let's put the little heart on there. I gotta find it. Here it is. Let's add a little heart over here, because I think there's some love going on. All right. Let's glue this snowman scarf, and then we can put the little buttons once the scarf is on. So let's do the scarf first. And we're going to add that just along the neck. All right, so now that the scarf's on, I know the placement that I need for the button. So let's grab our Memento Tuxedo Black, and these are the little buttons. We're gonna add those right there next to the scarf. And then you can see that for the hat, the top hat on this snowman, it's not red yet, so I'm going to show you. I used our Sweet Sorbet red marker, and I just colored that in. All right, let's attach the hat. Oh my gosh, this is coming together so cute. And then this little guy will be ready except for his arms. These snowmen are precious. Precious, I tell you, precious. Oh, see why I use a mat? I'm telling you, I'm a menace with glue. All right, let's add the hat. Let's wipe that off so I don't make a mess on another. All right, and then we'll add the other hat on the other snowman. I'm telling you guys, I am a messy, messy, messy. Let's add right in the center. There is that one. All right, we got to do the arms. So let's get their little arms ready. So we're gonna do, this one has an arm that's sticking up, and you can see, even though they're small, you could stamp them and cut them out. They give you this little circle so that you have somewhere to put the adhesive. So I'm gonna put that arm up. I'm gonna do this guy's arm out, and then we're gonna wait to glue the other two arms because they're behind each other and we want to position them right. So let's get these guys first. Okay. All right. My little tree got smushed, I think. There we go. Let's add our tree onto our scene. I'm just adding the tiniest bit of squeeze on this glue. I don't want it to get too messy or be too much. So I'm just adding a small squeeze, just real delicate, and dragging it down. All right. Let's get my tweezers. We'll add our tree on here. So cute. All right, for our snowbank, let's see what size this square is. Oops. Would help if I had it right. 2 3/4. So I need a scrap piece. Let's see if this one's good. And I want it to be just inside 2 3/4. So let's use my trimmer. So just a hair shy of 2 3/4, because I don't want it to go cover over my dots because they're so cute. Okay, and then so this scrap, I just trimmed it down. You guys see I keep a little scrap of my white pieces. All right, so I'm just gonna tear along this edge and make a bank of snow here for our cute snowman. Okay. Looks good to me. We're going to add that right on the edge there. I'm going to leave that pink border all the way around on the 3 sides. That's why I cut it just shy of 2 3/4, because I wanted the little dots to show, because I love that stitching. I think it's so cute. All right, so there is that. Looking good so far. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I love it. Okay, so let's see. We want their arms intertwined. So let's add a little glue to the pink-hatted snowman. Her arm will be lower. We'll put his arm a little higher, and then we'll intertwine them. Let's make his higher. Maybe like that. So we want these little guys to kind of fit like this, see? So that they're touching. And they can overlap. So I'm going to add a tiny bit of glue right here on the pink-hatted snowman, and the other one's going to get glued like this over the top. See? Right there. And then we're going to use our dimensionals on the back. and we're going to lift them up off of our base. So I have been trying to use the edges of all of my dimensional pieces. So let's start using these guys. Let's put one there, one there, one there. I think that one's done. Let's grab another edge. Snowman has enough. Let's put on this snowman on one. I'm going to use a mini because I have a small spot right here that just needs one. There we go. All right. So let's go ahead and attach our little snowman onto our all right. All the backs are off. Let's put them on their scene. Oh my gosh, look how cute. Love them. Do you love them? I'm in love with these little guys. All right, let's do it. All right, so now this is going to be lifted up, so we need to use these dimensionals at the back. Let's put one on each corner here and one in the middle. I think I'm going to do them on the sides too because I really want some stability, and you guys know how I am. Let's cut some more of these. Yeah, I feel better already about having those there to add some stability on the sides, and then we'll put one in the middle. There we go. All right, let's pull these off, and then we'll attach this onto our card. We have to still stamp our Happy Holidays. I have a scrap piece of basic white that we will use for that. Come on. And we have our little snowflakes left. Let's move that out of the way. Okay, so here's our card. We're going to add that up there. Oh my gosh, look how cute they are. Love it. All right, so I have a little scrap here. We're going to get our Happy Holidays stamp, and we're going to use polished pink. All right, gotta get myself ready. Got myself ready. I don't want to stick my head in the camera. All right, and then this piece obviously is just way too big. So we're just gonna add the Happy Holidays on there. I'm gonna clean my stamp. I think I'm gonna put the trees on here too. What do you guys think? Do you think we need them? No, I think it'll be too much. We need room to write. Let's leave it. I just got a little bug, you know. Sometimes you gotta know. You gotta figure it out. Okay, so let's put, good Lord, this one doesn't want to lay flat. Let's put my snowman down. So we're gonna trim this with the paper trimmer. You guys know I always keep my little one next to me. And I'm gonna make it real thin. Ooh, I actually smeared that. Let's try that again. I didn't see that till just now. One more time. Happy Holidays. Oh, I did quite a crooked job on that, but it's okay. We'll fix it with the trimmer. Real life crafting, people. You're going to learn what to do when you're crooked. You can either get another piece of paper. I mean, it's not like I don't have 500 billion pieces of paper in here. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to straighten this out. So I'm going to trim that edge off. All right, so now that edge is straight for me. Okay, let's make sure, yeah, straight. So I'm going to use that as my guide to cut the sides. Let's do this piece. Get that one nice and straight also. And cut this end off here. All right, that's what we got this time. I left a little more white on this one, but this one doesn't have it. It's okay, no one's gonna know. They're not getting the same card, right? When we do more than one card, people don't get the same one. So it's really okay. We're gonna add this next, and I'm gonna use dimensionals. So I'm gonna use the edges. I gotta find it. Since I cut it kind of skinny, we're gonna use these little edges and add. Let's see if that's enough. Come on. Work with me here, people. I think I need one more. This one doesn't want to come off of here. There we go. Work with me, not against me. Oh, actually, that is enough. Okay. Let's put that away. We're going to pull the backs off. These are skinny, so they're a little bit harder to get off. Let's see if I got them. They either come off really easy or they're difficult. Okay, let's throw those away and put our happy holidays. And then the last step is to add these really cute snowflakes. So I'm just gonna put adhesive in the center. And then we're gonna add those onto our card. And then of course the final thing is always the bling, right? So we gotta add some bling to our card. All right, where's my tweezers? All right, snowflake number 1. You live right there. This one flipped over on me already. Let's add this one down here. Snowflake number 3, where are you gonna live? Wherever I stick ya. How about right here? All right. Perfect. All right, let's add the rhinestones. So these are the just the regular rhinestones. So I'm gonna grab one. Actually, I need to use my take your pick tool, because if not, I'm gonna have a mess on my hands. See, I flipped that one upside down. Okay, there we go. There's one. Oh my gosh, they're so cute. 2 and 3. Look how cute and sparkly. So don't forget, this Snowman Magic stamp set is amazing. You are gonna love it. And whoever you send these cards to are gonna love it. So don't miss out on the fun. Snowman Magic is amazing, and today I paired it with the stylish shapes. And don't forget about the Whimsy embossing folder. I hope that you guys enjoyed watching me put this card together. If you don't have a demonstrator, I would love to be your demonstrator. I do blog every day. You can check out my website, inkyhandswarmhearts.com. And in the description below, you'll find all the products that I used today. If you do have a demonstrator, please give me a thumbs up, share my video, and leave me a comment. That doesn't cost anything, and it helps to support my channel, and I greatly appreciate that. It won't hurt your demonstrator in any way. And if you're a demonstrator, I would appreciate it if you would also leave me a comment, give me a thumbs up, and just say thanks for the inspiration, maybe in a comment. That would be awesome. All of those little things really help, and they don't cost anything. So I would appreciate your guys' help with that. This is Kelly with Inky Hands Warm Hearts. Let me know if you need anything from me. I'll be happy to assist you. And check out my other videos. Happy stamping, guys!